Welcome to Encounter Shawnee Mission. I'm Sam Thompson.
And I'm Emily Kyle. Shawnee Mission High Schools have always had an interest in preparing students for real life, but North has taken it to the next step by making Reality U available to students.
Now you can see exactly what that means and how it's helping prepare high school students with Brendan Rennick and Ian Crabtree.
In the library, over the past 2 days, we have had Reality U, which is sponsored by Communities in Schools, and it's a financial literacy program. The students create a profile, imagining that they're 26 years old, and they go through different booths of general monthly expenditures that one would have as an adult, and they have to use banking skills to go through to see how much money they would have for the month. In their profiles, they are able to choose a career field that they were interested in. They chose to whether they're married or single. Some have children. Some of the families might come back in the profile as divorced. So that all is incorporated into their profile, as well as their credit score, which impacts their housing and cars and different things. And they also have a monthly income.
I am a audio and visual technician. I make $3,504.83. I am single, no children, and I live in a studio apartment with a Toyota Prius.
The best thing about it is just getting a better understanding of what this life is really like.
It really helps you learn how to balance your budget. Also just how much you'll be spending per category, like all the things you need to focus on.
This year we've increased from, I think we had about 200 students last year, up to 300 this year. So I think the more that we have Reality U come and join us here at North, the more students that will have the opportunity to experience it.
This has been Brendan Rennick at Reality U for Encounter Shawnee Mission.
It's great that schools are interested in teaching with real-life application.
Speaking of that, Santa Fe Trail Elementary is also starting real-world learning in the classroom through Project Lead the Way, teaching problem-solving through science.
Kira Pinkston and Justin Duclo visited the school to learn how this is helping prepare students for success.
On February 17th, fourth graders at Santa Fe Trail Elementary participated in Project Lead the Way.
Project Lead the Way is a kind of project-based STEM approach to science, which the kids are doing currently with the module for energy and collision. So they're taking two objects and we're talking about energy and the different types of energy.
Whoever has a ruler needs to measure how many inches? 14.
We're trying to make the cars collide and see if it's inelastic energy or elastic energy. We had to build these cars to go down the ramp. And the main idea is to make an egg not crack when it goes down the ramp.
We also asked these students what they are taking away from this whole experience.
That there's all types of energy and that kind of how to build things.
Like teamwork and how to work together.
It's more of like a real world application to solving problems. Like, here's this problem, how are you going to fix it? And I'm not necessarily standing in the front of the room giving a play-by-play of read this, do this, turn the page, where are we? It's more of here are your materials, here's a little bit of background knowledge, and go, which I think, and I'm sure most adults will say, that is real world. We solve our own problems. We're Google searching if we don't know. We're on our phones trying to figure it out. We don't have anybody kind of holding our hands along the way. So I think it's more applicable to real life.
This has been Kira Pinkston and Justin Duclo at Santa Fe Trail Elementary.
These kids have such great opportunities for hands-on learning with science.
But Santa Fe Trail isn't the only elementary school providing opportunities like this for their students. Neiman Elementary recently hosted a Family Fun Science Night for students and their families to gather and learn about subjects ranging from physics to biology.
Let's see how Neiman got their students involved with Angel Guzman and Claudia Duarte.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, our team visited Neiman Elementary's Family Fun Science Night to see what the students are learning. Here's what they said.
Tonight is Neiman Family Fun Night, which is our annual science night, which our theme this year is Forces in Motion and How Things Move. So in the gym, students are building flying cupids, frog jumpers, straw airplanes, and
Flying cupids. Forgot my own station.
There you go. And then parachute men, and they're testing them out at different stations to see what scientific principles work.
And then they're going to become engineers when they realize what they built doesn't work, and they have to come in and rethink their building designs. So we're really trying to get them to think creatively and to think both as a scientist and an engineer tonight.
I ate. I went to go do the balloon thing. I checked out all these animals. It's like yellow and it looks like a leaf. It could jump.
We have this parachute guy who has a magnet in the middle. You can color it, you can tape it, put string through it with scissors or tissue paper on it. You throw it off the ledge with teachers, and then they see how slow it can go.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, this has been Angel Guzman and Claudia Darte.
What a fun way for kids to learn about science.
It's a growing field today and part of the STEM curriculum that schools are really starting to emphasize. That's why Blue Jacket Flint hosted a STEM night for families.
Students were able to learn what STEM means and even had a competition to show its application. Walter Wright, Joe Pekin, and Blake Harrell got to experience the event and talk to the students and staff.
In order to kick off STEM Week here at Blue Jacket Flint Elementary, the school held a STEM night where all students were free to come and try to design the slowest falling parachute. But what exactly is STEM?
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
But what exactly is the point of promoting STEM through STEM Night?
STEM Night will give the students an opportunity to share with their parents kind of what they've been doing in school with some project-based activities. They'll be designing a parachute, they'll be working through the process of sketching, designing, building, testing, and getting the families involved with that is the main thing, I think.
So, what are the students getting out of STEM Night?
I think a lot of it is just the problem-solving skills and learning that there's really no one right way, but it's kind of the trial and error and just allowing them to kind of think outside of the box and get creative with their learning.
But should the students be focusing on STEM as early as elementary school?
Yeah, I do, because I really think this is like the critical time where they're getting those thinking skills, those problem-solving skills, and I think it gets them excited about learning about these kind of math and science things at an early age.
So, what do the students think of STEM and STEM Night?
I like STEM because I'm a math person. I like science. They're my favorite subjects. I like the whole logic concept. I like to work things out.
So, after a few hours, it looks like it's time for some final testing before the competition. Now that all the parents and students have gathered up, it's time for what everyone has been waiting for. After numerous tests and awards where Alice Myers took first place with 4.75 seconds of airtime, the students and parents go home, but STEM Week continues at Blue Jacket Flint Elementary School. This has been Keenan McCord from Encounter Shawnee Mission.
It's great that students can start exploring their interests in STEM at a young age now.
It really is. But Shawnee Mission North High School has been making news too, with their recent Boys State Basketball Championship. Some of the season's highlights have been put together by North's Video Department Head, Chris Palmer.
I guess you could say state was a slam dunk.
Oh, Sam. Other schools have been making a difference through athletics too, though. Marion Park Elementary recently participated in Hoops for Heart and Jump Rope for Heart to promote heart health.
Dolan McNabb, Ian Crabtree, and Grant Cole went to see what the students have been doing in their gym classes to make a difference.
We are celebrating the American Heart Association's Jump Rope for Heart for grades K through 4 and Hoops for Heart for grades 5 and 6. We're celebrating good health.
Marion Park has been doing Jump Rope for Heart since the building opened in 2007. I've only been here just about 2 years, and we've done it the last 2 years I've been here.
We asked some students what they thought Jump Rope for Heart really stood for, and things that they learned by participating in this program.
You jump rope and you raise money for people who have heart diseases. And every time they donate, that's how much money they donate, I jump rope that many times today. You can change anything just by helping.
From Marion Park, this has been Dolan McNabb for Encounter Shawnee Mission.
It's great seeing kids getting involved in health and sports early.
Exactly, and it's something they can continue on into high school with so many sports activities available, such as drill team.
Mateus Burns went to see what's happened so far this year and what's still to come for the Indianettes.
With the year coming to a close here at SMN, we thought that we needed to cover more of the school's teams. And with the amount of attention drill team has gotten this past year, how could we refuse? Let's dive in and hear from our very own Indianettes.
My life, my passion, I've been doing this since I was 3.
My mom put me into dance classes when I was younger, and it really helped me express myself.
We practice every week, 7 to all first hour.
And every night I practice our dances, and I choreograph a lot.
I'll listen to the songs during classes and run the routines in my head, and then after school I'll go home and I'll run them in my bedroom.
When being asked about the quote-unquote slow and newer style, we were met with these responses.
Actually, that's the sort of routines we do at competition. We only do hip-hop for the school because we think that's all they want to see.
I honestly love it. Contemporary dances are always my favorite, and we did that just to show the school really that we can do a lot more than just twerk and sassy walk and do a couple of cool tricks. We can really put effort and work into our dances and make them really cool and really touching.
We haven't had as many people show up to spring show, so I thought it would be kind of fun for them to see that we do hip hop, we do jazz, but here's another style that we also do but people haven't seen. So even though it's not peppy, it shows a little bit more technique, a little more involved in the dance. So I thought it'd be really nice for the school to be able to see a different side of the drill team so they can really see that there's more out there than just hip hop.
Whilst the year is coming to a close, the drill team is still very hard at work for their very own spring show. Now, what is the spring show?
The spring show is these girls get to show off all of their talents. They do all the dances we did at competition. We've got more dances right now. They're practicing for their small groups.
Split the team into 3 groups and we choreograph our own routines. And you can do any solo, duet, trio, anything you want to, as long as it's choreographed by April.
It's our show where you get to see every single routine that we've ever done, plus new ones.
It's really fun, it's great, and we pull in extra routines from all over the school. We have singers and instrument players and drama, and they just come in and it's a great show.
This has been Mateus Burns for Encounter Shawnee Mission.
Students have so many opportunities to explore their interests in the arts now.
And that extends to the elementary schools as well. Roseland Elementary recently took their kindergartners on a field trip to Kaleidoscope to get creative and learn how to express themselves.
Antonio Gutierrez, Morgan Latham, and Ian Crabtree got to talk to them afterwards about the experience and what they learned.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, we traveled to Roseland Elementary School to interview the kindergarten class about their recent field trip.
It's really great at bringing out their creativity because they have all sorts of things they can choose from, different kinds of materials, different activities, and I think it's good for them to make decisions on their own as far as what they're going to do.
I like the artwork that my friends made because they mostly made necklaces. I got to paint my face.
Really? What'd you paint on your face?
A clown with glasses that shoots out water.
Most of them made puzzles because what they got to do is take a poster board, draw whatever kind of picture they want, and then they put it through a machine where they actually got to crank it themselves and then cut it into puzzle pieces. That was probably what most kids did.
What was your favorite part?
The puzzle part. You made pictures on the wall. The music room, when you press a button, it has music.
Oh yes, they love this trip. This is one of their favorites.
For Encounter Shawnee Mission, this has been Antonio Gutierrez Morgan Latham and Ian Crabtree.
I still remember when I went to Kaleidoscope.
That sounds like a lot of fun. For Encounter Shawnee Mission, I'm Sam Thompson.
And I'm Emily Kyle. Thanks for watching.